Good morning, America. Good morning. It's Tuesday, the 24th of June, and this is video number 150 from me in 2025. That are 150 videos. Holy smoke. We have just installed a new software, so I just placed a couple of long trades just because I wanted to see what it looked like, and I'll probably explore that. But needless to say, we are extremely positive. You'll see that Europe was extremely positive, but Europe has certainly taken some steam off the enthusiasm for the ceasefire. Just go see if you can maintain that. On a 15-minute chart, it shows very clearly where the US is trading contra the overnight session. This is the Dow, and the Nasdaq is in identical position. So that's a really good overview of the current state of affairs. If we look at the news, we will be mindful that according to Forex Factory, and this here, that Federal Chairman Powell is speaking at 3 o'clock. So that's it. So for those of you who are from America that perhaps is unaware, I am closing this channel. I posted a message about that. So let's see. So I wouldn't say I had a great morning trading the European markets. I had one good trade, and that made all the difference. And then from then onwards, it was quite frustrating. I'm uncertain how to deal with the Powell testimony, but I take comfort in knowing that every other trader is going to be in the same boat as I am. Let me get rid of these. They were just meant for trying to figure out how the new stop loss function worked. And there you go. It's pretty neat color coding, isn't it? Whee. What I don't understand is I'm trying to move the stop loss, but no matter how much I click, it just won't move. Okay. So I have to grab it there, it seems. Yeah, fair enough. As long as I know. I want to show you something that I think is interesting. Look at the 30-minute chart of the Footsie. We're trading below the overnight range now. Now look at the German DAX. We're actually trading inside the overnight range now. It means that the gains that were made during the morning since we opened are gone. I think while I'm waiting for a signal, maybe I should just explain myself. I posted this yesterday. It reads as follows, but with my own comments. Today, that was yesterday, has been a fairly typical day for me here in the Telegram channel. I've traded, I lost, I made more than I lost. It was a good day. But during the trading day, I answered 140 questions. I know that because I tracked it. I didn't track the time of it. Then after dinner, I tracked how much time I spent when I answered another 50 questions. It turned out that I spent 45 minutes. At that point, I still have 180 questions left. Now, you probably don't believe me, and why should you? So let me show you something right now. This is the amount of questions that I have right now. You may not be able to see that, but that's an 8. I have 821 messages. So, what I wanted to achieve with this post is to say, I can't keep doing this. This is, you know that expression that if your cup is empty, you can't fill the cup of others. But my cup is empty because all I do is answer questions. And it's not that those questions aren't good questions in many respects. They're great questions. They're questions that pertains to you. But however, whenever I answer, I pour all my attention into just one person, as opposed to perhaps spreading the net wider. And this was just a typical day for me. It means that over the last 7 years, I have more or less dedicated 2 to 4 hours every single day, including weekends, answering questions. That's an awful lot of time. This channel is 7 years old, and I think it could become a lot older, but not how I'm working right now. So I declared that I'm stepping away for a couple of months. I want to trade for myself. I want to research, and I want to write on my next book because I love writing. And to me, filling the cup is writing. I love that. There's a signal in the Nasdaq right now, but I'm just going to have to wait until I've done this because I want to make clear what is going on. You have been very loyal to me, and I want to be equally loyal to you. I believe I left you in good hands to trade for yourself. Will have given you 150 or so videos on how to trade, done in live environments and conditions. They are sprinkled with gems on how I see the market. And whether you believe in me as a trader or not, the results speak for themselves. I am very profitable. I've taken a £10,000 account, and whatever arguments you may have it was done outside the streaming, but that account with the withdrawals are now worth £80,000 because I've withdrawn £50,000 now, and my account balance is 36,000. So I'm up to £86,000 from a £10,000 account. So I believe that my video streaming everything is a testament to how I go about my business every day. And I like to think that if you didn't agree with that, you wouldn't be here. Because you wouldn't be so stupid as to waste your time on someone that you fundamentally don't agree with. But of course, I'm addressing those who actually are here because they feel that I have something to offer them. What's going to happen is I will spend 2 months in merry bliss enjoying the excruciatingly warm summer here in, well, I won't tell you where I am, but you can probably fill in the blanks. It's feckin' hot here. And then come 1st of September, I'm going to post a message on whether I'm going to continue or not. Now, if all goes to plan, I will continue, but I will do it on a different format. What that means is that I will not address questions at all. I will just teach, and I will pour my heart into writing and researching, which I will share freely so that you too will become better traders. But it does mean you cannot get hold of me. That's how I envision it, because that's what I want now. I don't want to answer any more questions. However, I do have a request for you, and I will probably save that, but I'll let the cat out of the bag in a moment. And I want to thank you for all your support. I couldn't have done this without you. And it's been fun. And it's been enjoyable. Well, most parts. And I hope that I will be able to continue in September. I just need to step away and dream it all up again. And that's actually a phrase that I borrow from Bono, the singer from U2. They had a phenomenal success with the War album, the October album, the Boy album, and then the Unforgettable Fire, and then came the big album, Joshua Tree. And they said after the Joshua Tree, we just knew that there were songs we didn't want to write again and play again, and we just wanted to step back and dream it all up again, and that's what they did with the the album called Achtung Baby. And I think, you know what, I love trading. There's no doubt about that. My heart is drawn to trading. But it also has to be fun for me to, shall we say, be the entertainer on YouTube. It can't just be, right, there's a school run. And so it means that I want to, I want to explore the deeper facets of trading. Open my eyes to what other people have said. Hey, maybe even take a crack at that algo hypothesis. Maybe no, maybe. I suppose my point here is I like to think that I'll be trading until my end of days. And I want to make sure that it doesn't become a drag. I want to make sure that I keep it fresh and that I keep exploring what's possible. Because that's what any person in any profession should strive towards. Any good chef in a kitchen will kill himself if he keeps making the same dish over and over. And I don't want to fall prey to that. I want to pay heed to my profession that I love so much and be the one that helps pushing the boundaries, push forward. So I'm going to continue to develop the trade from chart software. And so you're going to be without me for 2 months. You would have been out with me for 1 month anyway, because I was going to take August off anyway. But now it's just, I want to do it for 2 months. And then in September, if I have managed to get everything sorted, we'll start again. It's just being that you're going to get absolutely the same that you get before, plus a lot more research, but you won't get to ask me direct questions anymore. And I actually think that's a pretty small price. However, I do have something to ask of you, and I will repeat that again on Monday when it's the last day. I'd like you to email me your questions. I could imagine that you have questions on technique, questions on texture, technology, setups, psychology. How do you manage your emotions? What exercises would be good to handle emotional distress and so forth? And I ask a simple question, you put it on paper and you email me, because then I'll be looking at that and I'll pick out questions that I like and then I'll answer them. And let's face it, the chances are that if you feel something about a particular agenda, maybe why do I find it hard to add to my winning positions, but I'm finding it easy to add to my losing positions? Well, that in itself is a topic that is worthy of exploration. And that's what I want to do. But I'll repeat this on Monday plus the email address. So don't be too disheartened if you are a fan of what I do. It's just, this is a positive development. Sometimes you have to step back to step forward. Trading is a beautiful profession. Once you sort of are relatively comfortable in trading, it just becomes a job you go to and you follow some procedures. But the more that you can explore those procedures, the better equipped you are to deal with different kinds of market environments. Hope I make sense. Footsie was never happy all day. I bought the Footsie somewhere here. In the end, I lost on it. I'm wondering if the Dow is following the same pattern. That the traders are thinking, that ceasefire, how much is that worth? Okay, yeah. So the spoiled little child is having a rant on his own platform. Unbelievably predictable. Yeah, because name calling has always been the cornerstone of democracy. Stand by for long position in the Nasdaq. Want to be a buyer down here around 22,068. Please stand by. Actually, that's a bit stupid because you know what? We're coming up to school run in 15 seconds. See that? And maybe we should let that Powell speech play itself out. Stand by and bear in mind that the school run is taking place inside the overnight range, so you actually got a buy signal in the Dow already. That buy signal came in at, come on, there we go, 824. It's already at 860. Didn't get a signal in the Nasdaq though. Stand by for long position in the Dow. I'm buying the Dow here. It's currently trading at 36. I'm gotten the fill at 39.8. I'm moving my stop loss up to 781. It's a very strange price action, ladies and gentlemen. Very quiet. I'm moving my stop loss up to just 811. I kind of want to see this market go. Nasdaq is moving, but everything is sort of contained within a range. I think it's wise to have a tight stop loss. I'm closing my Dow here. I got about 20 points in profit. I absolutely do not trust this market. Closed it. Yeah, so we are 35 minutes into the trading session. If you look at the 15-minute candle, you're looking at one defining the range so far, with two only able to peak above it and three even inside two. The 5-minute chart is showing overlap bars with 5 overlapping 4 and 3 bodies. And overall, a complete lack of direction. I take my cues often from Europe. What's Europe doing? But notice this. This is really rare. That the indices are just sitting there as if they're waiting for something. So you got a school run short setting up, or if you go for the anti-school run long. I'm sitting out both. I'm quite comfortable with not doing anything. I got a new Donald Trump post. Okay, something is not pleasing Nasdaq. So he starts off by saying, now that we have peace abroad, might be a bit of a stretch here. There's been reports of broken ceasefire on both parts, and we certainly don't have peace in Ukraine. You do have a tendency to gloss over the details whenever it suits you. I'm just thinking, do you think that I'm going to be banned at the US border because I've been critical? Oh well. So let that be it. Sort of reminds me of that Eddie Murphy sketch when he's in San Francisco. You have to see it to believe it. We may have an opportunity in the Footsie for a short position. Well, there is this to consider. A harmonic retracement in the Footsie. When you're inside a trading range, you basically want to be a seller of the bull bars and buyers of the bear bars. We got 30 seconds left of the current 5 minute. But I believe there's something holding this market back. This is a very non-eventful. Non-eventful price action. It's not really part of my repertoire to scalp within a trading range while I'm here with you. Okay. It's not just me though, is it? I mean, you sort of see it yourself. This is not doing a whole lot. I always say that if you have to look really hard for it, it's probably not worth trading. Maybe a short above 76 is bar number 4 on the 10-minute. I'm referring to the market. I'm referring to, this is not a lot going on. I would be a seller here. Stand by. I've shorted the Dow at 77. Let's move stop loss to break even. Oh shoot, I just took half profit. That's not what I meant to do. Sorry about that. I think I messed that up. Sorry, stop. I took half profit. I meant to move the stop loss. Crap. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I think I'm going to retreat. Let me just show you what I've done, because that was a bit bloody stupid. So there was the first trade. So that's what I've done. Really nothing spectacular today. Just yeah, that's all. Horrible price action. Not really my cup of tea. I'm gonna be with you again tomorrow morning. This was video 150. I had kind of hoped for a little bit more fireworks for video number 150, but it wasn't to be. I don't think I should say sorry, because I'm not the governor of the price action. I'm glad I didn't follow the school run. It would have been expensive today. Wow, look at that. Look at how horrible the price action is above and below the bodies. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I would rather look at porn. I'm joking. But anything is better than this. So I'm calling it. Just an hour in. I hope that you have better luck with this than I had. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.